Jada Pinkett Smith.
Can't believe you even said her name.
You know what? I was observing this for a little bit and I wasn't even going to speak on it, to be honest. I'm not going to speak on that specific situation. I've been seeing a lot of opinions on it. But I actually thought this was a springboard for a good conversation, a bigger conversation of the way in which we interact with celebrities or influencers and the way in which attention can be monetized. So, you know, as soon as I saw the headlines of these revelations from Jada Pinkett Smith, my first thought is, well, what is she selling?
Right.
What is she selling?
Right.
And then we see that memoirs being sold. And, you know, I think it's important to acknowledge the world in which we live in, especially in the age of social media. It's even more amplified, where we've even spoken on this before. Attention can be monetized, and it doesn't matter whether it's good attention or bad attention.
Right.
As long as you can get people passionate, can get their blood boiling, you're bound to get eyes on you, and that translates into money that can be monetized. So an interesting thing, actually, I was watching a video the other day, about YouTube Shorts, because any content creator knows YouTube Shorts is a friggin' enigma. I don't know what that algorithm is. So I was watching a bit to learn about that. And there was actually a study conducted around YouTube Shorts, and it found that videos that can incite some sort of anger in people, on average, get more watch time.
Right.
So that was interesting to me, because it seems we live in a world where you can especially capture people's attention if you ignite anger in them.
Right.
Different forms of passion, but more so if something, you know, gets people's blood boiling, they're bound to interact and watch it more, is what that study found.
Right.
So I think what many of these celebrities are master marketers. They're masters at marketing. And what they have uncovered is that our emotions is the market.
Right.
So anything they could do, because a lot of people will say that I'm sick and tired of hearing about Jada. Keep us out the group chat. We don't want to know anymore about Jada and Will.
Right.
And from a perspective, it's true, but is it really though? I was watching a video that says, it was like, might have been Kev on stage, the comedian. He was like, you'll say you don't want to hear about Will and Jada, but the views say differently.
Right. Somebody's watching it.
Yeah, someone's watching it. And it was highlighting the amount of views, all the tweets and media around it got, and it was millions and millions. And people are going to buy that book is what's going to happen.
Right.
So, you know, it works. So I think this is interesting in general, and we have to kind of acknowledge that the way we interact with celebrities and influencers is a bit weird, and social media has kind of separated the humanity out of it, because it's not normal to want to know what's going on in people's lives. You don't know these people, but social media makes you feel like you do. But if you saw them in the street, as much as you feel like you know them, if you came up to them with that energy, they'll be looking at you like, well, give me space.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So even the world of YouTube and influencers, because I watch certain vloggers and they do Q&As, and the questions their fans will ask them, it's kind of very personal. They want to know about their sex lives, you know, what positions they like, this and that stuff you would just never go up to someone and ask. But social media separates that humanity. So there's that side of it, and then there's the side that we're just waiting for something to be outraged by, so then it's given to us and we're used as the fuel to keep making people money, and nothing is more powerful than black outrage, is what people found, because we're such emotional people, we're such a feeling people. Often they would do something to tug at us and then get us to do commentary on it.
Right.
Yeah, so pretty much that.
It's literally that. It's literally that. And that's the world. That's the world. And we've said it so many times, man. If the world is so much based on attention, then you really can't trust anything you see or anything that's said in that space.
Which is exactly that. And that's a good point to make. It's like, at this point, you can't even rely that these people are telling the truth.
Right.
It's their job. Like, even with that's why we even pointed out people shouldn't be worrying so much about the Kiki and Usher thing when it happened. Because next minute, she pops up with the father of a child. And it's like, he could have been in on it all along. You never know.
Yeah, you really don't know.
In that space, when it's their market is our emotions, you can never know when they're telling the truth. It could have been her child's father was in on it all along. So she was there like, yeah, tweet this. It's going to get them going. And the next thing you know, she's releasing a song with Usher. That song had eyes on it.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, as much as we see the pattern, we don't seem to see the pattern.
Yeah, it's exactly that. We see the pattern, but we don't see the pattern, because what you're describing, people will know and understand when you say it to them and be like, yeah, it's promotional, right? It's every time you're releasing something, you have to do some sort of promotional tour or put some promotional effort into it. And if you can generate attention, and like you've said, the best way to generate attention is to trigger anger. Trigger emotion, but trigger anger, then you're going to make sales and whatever you're trying to do. So therefore, as consumers of such content, we need to step back sometimes and say, okay, is it even real? And does it matter? Does it really matter? Because some stuff is happening on the planet
that really matters. And
does this really matter in the context of what's going on? So, and you should surely come to the conclusion that it does not. Right, so at some point you step back, and I understand you see something, you get upset, you get annoyed. We're all emotional beings, so there's no one that's going to be capable of just seeing a bunch of stuff and every single day they can just be like, didn't affect me at all. But I'm saying step back sometimes and say, you know what, the result of us consuming and being affected by this content is that people will make this content, and perhaps if we weren't so affected by it, perhaps if it didn't gain our attention, they would stop.
Exactly that. So you fuel what you feed, in essence. And also social media makes us think we always have to share our opinion on things. You don't have to share your opinion on everything. People
are like, I need to post this. I need to let you know that this ain't right. After the other 1 million people that said that this ain't right, I still got to let you know. And don't get me wrong, because there's an element of it that's fine, not this particular element, but in terms of discussion or people giving their opinions on things or having that ability to talk and learn from each other at a distance, there are benefits. But I agree completely. The way in which we consume content as a people in general is unhealthy. There's something unbalanced about it. There's something weird and strange. And when you step back and said, would you behave like that in real life? Most people would not. And if they did, you would look at them and say, that person's weird. What's that person doing? So don't be too concerned with these people, their lives, especially their family stuff. If you like someone because they make movies, then you like someone because they make movies. You like their movies, right?
That's the talent.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly. Their marriage ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly that. So leave it at that. But it's a world where knowing about people's marriages and relationships can be monetized. Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird when you think about it, but we deal with it. Reality shows and so on and so forth. People like to watch drama. And it's been like that for a while. I just think it's extreme right now because like we mentioned, that direct to consumer ability that social media gives you. Okay, I can create something and upload it directly to my fans or to the people who follow me or to my haters or whoever it is that's watching me. I can do it directly. And so that just makes for a more direct streamline, and things are happening faster, and they're more intertwined. You even if you didn't see Jada put out what she said, you would have seen someone speaking about what Jada put out. So and it's just an intertwined world like that. And yeah, we got to be careful, because whilst we're paying attention to that, we're not paying attention to something else. And not in this day and time. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that.
Exactly that.